Alex, well done. Back-to-back quarterfinals at the AO. What were you most pleased with tonight's performance?
Yeah, I think just mentally being switched on for the whole match. I know what Bublik can bring, and obviously he had got at me the last couple times we played, so I was very keen for this match, and I'm very happy with the level from start to finish.
Over. You go.
All right, okay. Congratulations, Alex. What are you noticing as the difference this summer in how you're holding up on the baseline against some of these big hitters? You referenced it in your last match, how people might have thought you could get overpowered by Tiafo. People probably thought the same thing tonight, but it's not happening. What are you noticing as the difference?
Well, I'm just showing the people that I've improved, right? I've got more to give, and yeah, got tired of the narrative that these big hitters can take the racket out of my hands, and yeah, over the years I've kept on improving. I've kept on getting more and more out of myself, and one of the things I've been constantly wanting to get to is exactly that. When I'm playing big hitters, not be a punching bag for them ultimately, and really show them that I can go toe to toe with them and actually dictate and get them moving, and that's the most effective way to play these big guys. So ultimately, very happy that I'm able to execute that, and yeah, I mean the last couple of matches is some of the best ball striking I've had here at the AO, so very, very pleased with that.
Got something in, Alex. Obviously, in your last match, you had a Grand Slam against Bublik. You were 2 sets up and then proceeded to lose 3-2. How much did that play in your motivation towards today? Was that sort of on your mind? Was it something you tried to forget about?
Yeah, as I said way back then, that was not a match I'm known for, right? So it was a tough one to take, and you know, Keys obviously been playing some incredible tennis, and then we played in Bercy, not Bercy, well, in Paris Masters at the end of the year, and he beat me in a tough 3-set match playing some incredible tennis, right? And hey, I just had to cop that loss, but of course going into this one, I wanted my revenge. I knew what to expect and what I didn't do right the first couple times, and I was very pleased with getting over the line and yeah, not getting into trouble, right? Because he can so easily get back into a match, slap a couple winners, and all of a sudden like the match just goes sideways. So I was very happy to be in control of that one.
Gordon?
We know how fit you are, but to get to this stage and with the challenge to come, how important is it to be going in as fresh and it would save your legs as much, given what's ahead?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I've got one of the toughest tasks ahead, right? And so I'm going to make sure that I bring everything I've got, and it does help out that I'm feeling quite fresh, and it's going to be a physical battle, right? Because of the many things that Carlos does incredibly well on a tennis court, and one of that is making, you know, the rallies quite physical, and he's got the ability to not only, you know, hit the ball incredibly well and try to hit you off the court at times, but also extend rallies, and so there could be some grueling exchanges. We both have shown that in the couple matches that we have played, so this will be the first time playing a Grand Slam match, and I'm looking forward to what's to come, but hopefully it's going to be a battle and it's going to be a long one.
Okay. No.
Alex, you've spoken already in the tournament about doubt, people that might have had doubt in your game. Coming into this quarterfinal, the furthest you've gone in a Grand Slam, against the top seed, someone you've never beaten, how could you give optimism or positivity to Australian fans keen to see you do well on Tuesday?
Honestly, it's not my job to give them optimism, right? They can sit there, think what they want, cheer for me. I mean, it's not my job to, come out here and say, hey, I'm going to come out on Tuesday and I'm going to, there's no chance I lose this match, right? Because ultimately I'm playing against Carlos. It's going to be an incredibly tough match, but it's not my job, right? My job is to go out there and compete and do that and let my tennis do the talking. What everyone else can decide before the match, it's their opinions, right? They ultimately can sit on their couch and decide X, Y, Z, right? And then after the match is done, they'll have whatever else they want to say about the match. But that's just it. There's nothing I can do to control that. I'm not going to come out here and plead, Australia to believe in me. I can do it. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to compete. I'm going to go after the match. I'm excited for the battle, and ultimately it's something that I've never done, but there's always a first time for everything, and I'm hoping they'll be on Tuesday.
It was 4-all in the first set tonight, and you win 14 of the next 16 games. How much confidence does that give you to do that against the world number 10?
Yeah, it feels great. I mean, especially with the amount of confidence he's been playing with as of late, right? I feel like, his game style hasn't really changed. He goes for high-risk shots very frequently, but he's been playing with some incredible confidence, and he's been, pulling it off and applying so much pressure to his opponent. So for me to be able to finally break through and give myself enough chances where in some of those crucial moments, maybe he gave me, a couple cheap points and wasn't able to execute that high-risk shot, it made me feel great about myself because, one, I applied constant pressure and, this easily could have been an absolute battle, and if that first set, doesn't go my way and I don't come up with a very good return game to go up 540 at 5-4, then all of a sudden we're going into tiebreak territory, and that's a flip of a coin, right? So obviously I prefer when the sets are decided with like early breaks and I can consolidate my serve and be on top. But yeah, it was great tennis, and we move on.
Last two here.
Alex, people will look at the 5-0 record with Carlos and think, oh, he's got the wood over you. But they've been incredibly tight matches, a lot of really tight sets. I think you had match points going back to that 2022 Barcelona semi-final. But how have you reflected on those matches when you think back to the 5 you have played? What has been the difference? Where has he sort of edged you in those real key moments late in sets?
Yeah, look, there've been different matches on different surfaces and different stages of his career, right? And this is going to be the first time playing at a Grand Slam, so I'm very keen to see how it goes. He's obviously playing at an incredibly high level, as we've seen all week long. When we played in the exhibition match, he was playing some pretty high quality tennis, so I know what to expect. And for me, it just comes down to I'm going to have to bring some of my best tennis, right? And that's what it's going to take to get into the match and make it difficult for him and extend this match as much as I can, and ultimately go out there to compete, right? He's got now the ability, he seems to have found a way to, one of the things he's been working on is not lose that focus, right? In the past, he's maybe had times where he's been able to give you a couple cheap points here and there and kind of let opponents get into the match, and he's been working on that, so it's going to only make it harder. But since the start of the week, it's been a challenge. It's been a tough draw. It's been tough matches, and I've been just excited for the challenge. And this is going to be my toughest test yet, and yeah, we'll see how I go.
Alex, 41 degrees forecast Tuesday. We're assuming you'll be the night match, but with all the stuff around the roof, open and closed, can you speak from as a player perspective how that might change things on court at all if the roof has to be closed due to the heat rule, etc.? What would you prefer?
I mean, I'm Aussie. I don't mind the heat. I've said it since day one. That's just what I've grown up with. I'm ready for these types of conditions. I assume the roof will be closed. I don't know for certain, but if the heat rule is into effect, so it's going to make it a little bit of a indoor match. Hey, it is what it is. I mean, you once I rock up on Tuesday and I walk on court, you just deal with whatever's in front of you, and yeah, there's always, when the roof's open, even at night, there's always some elements, right? There's always, here in Melbourne, a little bit of breeze, always from one side, and that kind of makes not perfect playing conditions. If it's indoor, then it's going to be pretty perfect conditions. So that's ultimately the difference. I had the chance to play with the roof closed when it started raining in my match against Hamad, and I played some pretty good level there. So yeah, I don't know what to expect, but ultimately I'm excited.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.